So because of this, there was a decrease in oil revenue, and the decrease was about 40%. So quarantine definitely had an effect on the transported material of oil, and I know it did on other things as well. So next we're going to talk about the safety valves associated with the trade pandemic throughout the pandemic. This is very important and was talked about in Module 6. And the safety valves that are used as a principle, and the safety valves are used as a principle so the government may restrict trade in specific circumstances. These safety valves have been important for reasoning throughout the pandemic because it was hard for government and workers to find out what was best for them in battling this virus when you have to import and export all these goods safely and have everyone's needs satisfied. And so a lot of things were halted and trade deals were almost set to the side because the government officials and everyone had to make the hard choice to put other things like traveling and these imports and exports aside to protect the public's health, which was also stated in Module 4. The government involvement was essential throughout this pandemic to protect the public's health. And next, resistance to trade. I say unemployed or overwhelmed because this was the state of everyone's mind pretty much throughout this pandemic, no matter the country or whatever was going on. People weren't working or they were overwhelmed with everything that was going on and the high demands. So many economic factors have either suffered, stayed the same, or were overwhelmed. And in the PowerPoint of Module 6, the resistance to trade slide mentioned how consumers' needs of services change, and the more money spent on them increases U.S. workers in that category. Just from personal experiences, I know people who were in their last semesters of the nursing program like skipped their boards and completely went on to work in the health field, and because there was such a high demand and the hospitals were full. This just represents how so many people were in demand medically or pharmaceutically, and then people who were owners of salons or they were waitresses or anything other than medical and mental services or anything like that had to do like other services that were pushed to the side for people's safety, of course, but a lot of people were given too many tasks to handle, and this overall just showed how the factor of free trade and this how like that was a benefit from the imbalance of some people's careers striving and being overwhelmed, and some people just not getting anything at all. And that was a benefit of free trade, but it was an influence of COVID-19 and was actually unfortunate this year. And to conclude this presentation, COVID-19 has definitely altered trade amongst many other things, and this is truly devastating, but this current event has completely shifted many economic factors, and we're hoping to see a light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you so much.